Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my take on the April 5th, 2019 new moon in Aries. Now, a new moon in astrology can bring about much initiative and enterprise. It could be a very opportune time for discarding what is frivolous and superfluous. What may have prohibited you and held you back previously can now be discarded. This could be a time where you have a very strong abundance and surfeit of energy, and especially being in this sign of energetic Aries. You could be you might feel very rejuvenated and revitalized at this point. And remember too, it's also important to look at contraindicators in the chart as far as energy levels go. At this time now, let's say for example, if you have transit Neptune making an adverse aspect to your Sun, your Mars, your ascendant, or transit Sun or Mars is in your 12th house, it might be something where that energy level might not be really as strong as otherwise indicated by this new moon in Aries transit. It's also, you look at this could be, although this could be an opportune time with the new moon energy for embarking on something new, a new project or endeavor. It could be a time where procrastination and hesitation can come to an end. It could also be an exceptionally revitalizing and rejuvenating time right now as far as energy goes. Also, too, this could manifest in very extemporaneous and spontaneous energy. Now, being in Aries, new projects may be initiated with could be with a lot of impatience, aggression, assertiveness, and forcefulness, and where you're not going to be readily discouraged. Now, I do believe that this is the best sign for the new moon to be in, as Aries is a sign of new beginnings. Now, the new moon collectively can impact everybody, but especially people with the Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Aries or Cancer. Aries, of course, because it's going to be in their sign, and Cancer simply because they could be impacted strongly by all transits and phases of the moon, and it could be attributed as to why Cancer can be very fickle, moody, and very temperamental and changeable. Now, at this time on this new moon in Aries, one may start a new job or position that could be Aries related. It could, especially if this falls in one of the money or job houses in the natal chart, the 2nd, 6th, or 10th house. This could be the start of a position in welding, carpentry, arson investigation, anything with fire, firefighting, starting something with being an entrepreneur, an EMT, surgery, auto repossession, because auto repossession can involve confrontation. I believe it does require a lot of courage and confrontational ability, which of course is right up Aries' alley. Could be a start in law enforcement, something with guns or firearms. It could be starting like a gun shop business. It could also be a start of a position in the military or something with anthropology even. And it could also just be doing something that could be very adventurous and require, or a period of assertiveness and aggressiveness, and something that could be combative. It could be a start of being more confrontational, assertive, and more outspoken, and even more self-reliant, or even given that this is going to start with the new moon in Aries, and then you have the full moon in Libra coming up on April 19th. The way I see the way this could manifest for many people, as this could start off with perhaps a contentious or combative situation even, and it can culminate with the April 19th full moon in Libra energy, which could mark the compromise or negotiation or reconciliation on this matter. Now, if this falls, let's say, in the 1st or 6th house, in some cases I think this could be the beginning of an Aries health matter. It could be something with this, like a severe headache, or even apoplexy in some cases, a rash on the face, very strong pain in the head. It could be something just with the face or the head in general. Now, given that, of course, it's important to look at aspects this makes to points in the chart when this is happening. Now, let's say it makes an adverse aspect to your natal Uranus. In the new moon in Aries falls in the 1st or the 6th house. This could be something that could be like an intermittent twitching or pain in the face or head area. Now, it could also be, now let's say this falls in the 8th house in one's natal chart. This could perhaps be an Aries surgery, such as facial reconstruction, especially say this makes an inconjunct aspect to your natal ascendant, because you're talking about inconjuncts can often be about health issues, and if it makes an inconjunct to the ascendant is of course the physical body, so you understand what I'm saying. Now again, it's important and very significant to see what house this falls in one's natal chart. Now mine is going to fall in my 12th house. This could manifest in a multitude of ways. It could be the new start of aggressively starting to confront limitations, fears, and really about maybe starting something with much initiative and enterprise connected with the metaphysical without being readily discouraged. Now, given and of course the aspects this makes at this time in the natal chart can be important as well. Now this is going to trine my natal Venus in Leo in the 4th house. This could indicate perhaps the start connected with the new moon in Aries 12th house energy can really perhaps help and be beneficial to perhaps extravagant home fees, and it could also be very it could also indicate that I could get favor perhaps from Leo relationships that I feel close to home with. Again, this is going to make a trine to my natal Venus and Leo in my 4th house in my natal chart. And also too, as far as saving symbols go, this can be important as well. Now this is going to fall at 15 degrees Aries. Now this could manifest perhaps in one beginning something Aries related, sadly though in some cases for very self-aggrandizing and egocentric reasons, but it may be connected with greed and avarice as opposed to benefiting others. But this could also be about starting something with a lot of overconfidence, being overly cocksure, and maybe arrogance connected with this. There may be strong overestimation of one's ability to accomplish this. Now, also too, at this time, it's important to look at the electional aspects this makes, as well as this could impact the delineation and interpretation. It's going to make a square to Saturn at this time. Now on the positive side though, it's going to be the only adverse aspect it's going to make as far as any major adverse aspects electionally. But however, this could suggest perhaps very intransigent authority figures may conflict with others, many others wanting to venture into something that requires more independence and self-reliance, such as being an entrepreneur and in a situation where one may not be under one's auspices or supervision. So also too, transit South Node, it's also important to look at the other aspects that are being made electionally by other energies, as they could be intensified, as this is going to fall at the time of the new moon in Aries. Now transit South Node is going to make will be at a separating conjunction from Pluto. Now this could be an indicator of moving from powerful authority people, and also people may, given that there's like I stated before, there's the only adverse aspect that is made is Saturn, is the square to Saturn. So because of this, there could be very little, you could say, resistance and efforts in attempting to embark on an Aries-related endeavor. There are also no retrograde planets at this time, so this could be an indicator of little or no delays as well. And given, again, it is important to look at the other electional transits at the time of the new moon, as they could be intensified since it's happening on the same day. There are going to be 3 planets making a series of conjunctions to each other: Venus Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. Now, this can manifest in many ways. This could be one way. This could be about making money, which is Venus, through the imagination, which is Neptune, and through writing, which is Mercury. Now, in Pisces, perhaps it could be connected with the metaphysical, which can include astrology, poetry, fantasy, fictional writing, something with ghosts, paranormal, and even chemistry. Coupled with this new moon energy, there may be much energy to initiate this. Also, Mars will be